Canada is making significant progress on its commitment to cut greenhouse gas emissions. That's according to an Environment Canada report released today. It says the country is nearly halfway toward reaching its goal. Margot McDermott has more.
In this searing hot summer across most of the country, many people have been wondering if this is what climate change looks like.
Canada's emission trends isn't exactly late summer reading.
Today, the federal environment minister released a report that suggests Canada may be contributing less to climate change. For the second year in a row, greenhouse gas emissions have leveled off.
Our government's realistic, sector-by-sector approach to greenhouse gas regulations that is reducing emissions while continuing to create jobs and encourage economic growth.
The Environment Canada report projects greenhouse gas emissions will be 720 megatons by 2020, putting the country halfway towards its goal of cutting emissions by 17% below 2005 levels by the end of the decade. It's partly because cars and buildings are more energy efficient. Plus, forests and farmland absorb greenhouse gases, and new rules let Canada claim that as a reduction. But the provinces are doing the bulk of it.
The provinces, because the federal government refused to show leadership, has had to take things into their own hands.
Critics warn all this progress could be short-lived as the size of Canada's oil sands triples in the next 2 decades. That industry is the country's fastest-growing source of greenhouse gases. There are still no federal rules to make petroleum companies control emissions. Environmental groups say it should be a priority.
A major step change in terms of the government's approach to this. We need to see a lot tougher rules, and we need to be seeing them faster.
The government has been promising those rules since it came to power. It now pledges tough regulations for the oil and gas industry by next year. Margot McDermott, CBC News, Ottawa.